Here we are in the centre of Sledburn, Troffer Bowland. It's all going on around us. We've got the shop, we've got the youth hostel, we've got the post office, and of course we've got the legendary Hark to Bounty pub.
We get such trade out of the shoot and the shooters. You know, they come in for breakfast in the morning, coffee, etc. Come back later on for drinks, stay on for a meal at the end. Some even stay over. So really massive impact for us.
This community benefits directly from grouse shooting. £100 million of revenue is generated by grouse shooting, and if it didn't exist, these places would suffer directly.
Oh, we think it's brilliant. We enjoy seeing the different people come every year. It's great. It's good for the environment, it's good for our business obviously, and it's good for employment.
If we were to stop shooting grouse for whatever reason, would that have an impact?
I think it would, definitely. Not only just on us, but people in the area and also the environment. I'm sure it helps everybody.
So here we are at the back at the inn at Whitewell. Everything that you can see is all about shooting sports and farming. This is the beating heart of the Lancashire shooting community. This place is packed with shooters right throughout the shooting season.
We employ here over 100 people on a full-time and part-time basis. During the shooting season, most of the staff are looking after people who come here to shoot, to stay and shoot. They come and dine having shot. The whole business is very, very shooting orientated. It's a very, very important part of the business.
So here we are, Dunsop Bridge, small, isolated business, which relies on farmers, gamekeepers to fill up here to support the rural economy. They exist precariously, and if you remove grouse shooting or game shooting from this area, that will have a direct impact on those isolated rural businesses. This is not politics or propaganda. This is real world. Let's have no more myths. This is an isolated rural business which relies on game shooting and grouse shooting. Got a post office, a cafe, you've got the garage. This is a hub of local businesses surrounded by estates that shoot game. And the people that are trying to ban driven grouse shooting, I think, are clueless as to the bigger picture. This is reality. Talk to the gamekeepers, talk to the garage owner, talk to the people that earn a living in this location. No more myths.
We're probably the biggest conservationists that this country has. The spin-off from what we do every day for probably 20 days shooting a year, the other 345 days of the year, the land we look after is managed perfectly for what's good for game is good for other wildlife in massive ways, and it's all privately funded.
My passion really is the conservation aspect of gamekeeping. We do a lot of work planting game crops, field margins. They all benefit, for example, barn owls, kestrels. We have quite a good population of yellowhammers, for example. Loads of lapwings, a few curlews knocking about, even though we're not a high ground estate. And things are looking good. We do quite a bit for butterfly conservation.
You don't have to go far off a keeper estate, and the numbers of birds and the variety of wildlife just disappears. But our opponents they don't understand that, and by the time they do eventually realise that, it's going to be too late. Everything will have gone.
I can understand where some of them come from, because the eternal image of a gamekeeper is somebody shouting, "Get off my land," walking about with a gun and a dog, which isn't the case. You're more likely to find yourself wandering about with a mel or a chainsaw.
I don't think any of the people that are anti-shooting really understand what goes back and the amount of conservation work that goes on.
We go out at weekends and we do conservation projects like sphagnum moss reintroduction. We do building pheasant and partridge pens, and we also do lots of conservation for different shoots around the northwest.
The kids love that work. They're out there at the weekend meeting, you know, on a social side of things. Quite often they coordinate their own work parties. we kind of task them up to develop that side of things on the shoots and to get out there and give something back, and it's all about giving something back.
To get that moor to loot like that and to have the population of all the different species of birds, etc., that's on there, people don't see what it takes to get it to that. It doesn't just happen. If you leave it, it goes backwards and it'll very quickly revert to scrub, a lot of bracken, and that will be to the detriment of all the wildlife. It takes a lot of work to maintain the moor, to get it to the point where there's a sustainable amount of grouse on there. But that work, it costs a lot of money. So it's not, by no means is it all take. A lot of it, 75% of it is give, to get a little bit back.
So here we are, right in the middle of a quality grouse moor. It's a wild and windy, wet day. This is what it's like. Just look at the sheer vast range of species that exists here. You've got heather coming back, you've got cotton grass, you've got the flowers, you've got sphagnum moss, you've got the vast range of species which thrive because of the moorland management by the gamekeepers. If this wasn't managed, within 10 years it'd be long, rank heather that would be sterile of wildlife and subject to extreme risk from wildfire. It's here because we manage it effectively on a cyclic basis.
Well, people want to stop us doing it because they don't understand it, mainly. It's a fantastic place. What you see around us here is heather moorland, of which, 75% of heather moorland is here in the UK. It's our rainforest. It's a fantastic place.
Grouse shooting is the life for me. I mean, from August right the way through October to the start of the pheasant season, it's my main source of income.
Well, there's so much conservation that goes on behind the scenes in the shooting world. People only see the negative things that are portrayed across media, and you never see any of the good things.
As a gamekeeper, I very rarely shoot. I enjoy seeing the benefits of all the wildlife from the work that we do, being up here from 5 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night, working away, trying to manage the habitat for the benefit of all wildlife.
This is just a wonderful environment to be out in, healthy, exercise. Why would you want to be sat inside when this is all out to come to?
It's just another world up there. A lot of people don't actually see this what a moor actually is, and basically how much diversity of animal life is actually up there. It's not just about grouse, it's about everything else that lives on the moor and the community around the grouse moor. It's just one of those, it's God's own creation.